allocated for the remarks. And the gentleman said 2 to 3 minutes. To comment about a philosophy, to comment about 2000 years of heritage, and to comment 500 years hence. I'm certain that I need more time. In a biology book, it was written about the lesson of evolution. Impossibilities become possibilities. Possibilities become probabilities. Probabilities become reality. So with the civilization. So with the culture. We are experiencing verbally today of a heritage, a legacy, not only limited to Pakistan, but to the whole world. Venerable Mahasangha, Honorable Minister, Secretary, His Excellency High Commissioner of Sri Lanka to Pakistan, and my dear friends, I may do injustice if I am to talk or deal deeply with Gandhara. I'm not an archaeologist. It so happened that I'm holding the post as a minister, under which archaeology, archives, culture, all those subjects are. Rather than talking about the past, which will be dealt deeply today and tomorrow in this symposium, with your permission, I'd like to make some propositions based on the heritage and the legacy of Gandhara. Before that, let me pose a question to you all. Is it the Hellenistic art, or is it the other way around? Couldn't it be the other way around? It's just a thought. Says that from Gandhara to west as well as east, the spread of Buddhism with this with this philosophy, art and culture was also disseminated. I don't know whether it is the Hellenistic way of art and culture that we have followed in Gandhara, or whether the Greeks and Romans followed your, and I would rather say our, because we are in the same region. Brotherhood of man is very important, which we no longer consider as important. So that influenced the Greek and Roman art and culture forms. Well, that's a food for thought. I don't know. As I said, I'm not an archaeologist, neither a historian. Gandhara, as all of us know, it is a nexus, a focal point, a center of human civilization. That is a fact. With the help of this center, the message of Buddha and also the other art forms has been disseminated to, as I mentioned earlier, to the other parts of the world. My dear friends, now we call ourselves developed. Let me pose another question to you all. Are we happy and contented than the previous generations? If it is a no, then what is the development we are talking about? If it is a yes, then what has happened to our culture? Are we preserving our heritage? I know culture is not something static. It transforms. Yet there are certain traditions, values that should be transcend from one generation to another. Is that happening now? Or we are moving away from these cultural heritage, the values, norms? I hope today and tomorrow there will be a lot of papers presented. But there should be an action plan, Honorable Minister. I urge you and the Secretary, after this symposium or during this symposium, let us have a plan of action that not only preserve Gandhara, but also that will usher commitment, that will bind thoughts, words, and actions. The beauty of archaeology is that it is not limited to past. As I've learned, it is the thread that combines the past, present, and the future. So let us harness the value of Gandhara. Honorable Minister as well as the others will agree with me. In 1960s and 70s, it was political diplomacy. 80s, 90s, it was more of economic, financial diplomacy. Where has it taken us, the countries? We have deliberately shed aside the cultural diplomacy. That is what is needed today. People to people, nations to nations. We have to bring them together. We have to make use of cultural diplomacy. Let us make Gandhara as a bridge that will serve for this purpose. But it has to be not just monuments. There should be these. Buddhism is a philosophy that is living, it's a dynamic. So we have to make Gandhara also a living legacy, a dynamic. There are ways and means of doing it. Maybe you all can deliberate on that better than me in later sessions. And I won't take much of your time. Honorable Minister, I thank the government of Pakistan for this timely event. Couple of just 4 days back, the Buddhists all over the world celebrated the birth of Siddhartha, enlightenment of Buddha, and the death or the parinirvana of Buddha. With that, we revive the thoughts and teachings of Lord Buddha. That is why I'm very thankful and really appreciate the efforts that you all have taken during this period. When the memories are fresh, to embark on a difficult path. Preserving culture, carrying on heritage from generation to generation is not that easy. It's not that easy. Even the governments are not allocating adequate finances for this. But this is what we have to give more prominence. So let us all in this region, not only in South Asia, but as Asians, as I said earlier, Gandhara is not a property of Pakistan alone. It belongs to the whole world. So all of us should come up in ways and means of like making the cultural diplomacy closer to people. And with that, we can have a new era for Gandhara. Let it be, as I said earlier, a living heritage. As a country, we'll also explore how we can contribute to your exercise. Now, to about 1,500 to 2,000 years, so the message went to message across west and across east. So let us revive it. Let us take the message of Gandhara, not only as a tourism attraction, but a center for self-development. Which was the epitome of Buddha's preaching. There's nobody else other than yourself who can help yourself. So once again, thanking the Honorable Minister and the Ministry of Religious Affairs of Pakistan, and also the Foreign Affairs Ministry, as well as the respective ministers and the government of Pakistan. And all of you all who are here to exchange your views about Gandhara, not only Gandhara, about civilizations, past, present, and the future of our heritage. I wish you all success, and may this symposium be a stepping stone towards a new beginning that will never end. Thank you very much.